Hello, everyone, and welcome to this second monstrous episode of. When did we cover that? Manga now?
Uh,
Binge.
it would have been like 2 weeks ago.
Another monster episode that so close to each other. With the previous one being about the ending of the manga, and here we have the start of the anime, season 2 for that matter. And the anime in question is the first look of Kaiju number 8, and joining me today is, well, Ditch, how's it going on?
Oh, it's going good. It's temperate here in Wisconsin, so it's nice.
Mm,
Nice. Nice.
What is that?
it is not temperate here.
Dang.
Yeah, I was cooking
Yeah.
today.
We also have Jamie. How's it going, Jamie?
I've been good, I'm happy to be here. I caught up on the most recent episode of Kaiju an hour or so ago, so I'm pretty fresh. I have
Nice.
thoughts, I have opinions, so I'm excited to
Yeah.
talk.
So, well, as we just said, we are going back to Kaiju number 8 now, but we are covering the start of the anime. And when I said the start of it, it's the first 3 episodes. We are not counting in the side story or whatever you want to call it that they release at first.
Oh yeah, like that
And
special episode.
yeah,
Hoshino's
and
Day Off, I think it was.
Yeah.
yes, yes, just to clarify that. But this start off with Kafka having to. It start off with the ordeal of Kafka needing to prove himself for the first division, all those yes, and the gamer. Yeah, we can go into more detail about that. But Jamie, as someone that haven't read the book, what's your first opinion about the second season?
So far, I like it. I do feel like I wish we could have seen more of Kaiju number 8. We all know, like, he's gonna be in this season, gonna be fighting all of that. And Kafka's like mental blocker saga thing, I was kind of over it after an episode. I was
But it really only happened for like an episode.
no, did it was like three. It was the first 3 episodes because they go out on the mission on the first episode of
Well,
this season, and then the second episode are like, all right, Kafka, it's your turn. He's like, okay, and then it doesn't happen, and finally it happened at the end of this episode. So that's like 2.75 episodes with no kaiju. Right?
okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'll concede that.
I was ready to see him get back in action, SmackDown, and show the people that he is in fact in control, but he had other plans. So,
That's fair.
Dage, for you that have read it, what are your quick thoughts about it? And I have an additional question for you. You
Oh,
were rather you were rather skeptical about the animation for the or should I say, character designs for the previous season. Do you think they have made a better job with them, or do you think sort of feel like it's the same?
I mean, they're definitely better, and I think that's a lot of anime do that. Like a lot of anime once they get their second season, there's more budget to it. Um, unless the first season just didn't do well, then you might get a budget change drop. But this one obviously was very popular, so they got more money allocated. I feel like they might have had more time. I don't know when it went into production for first season to when it came out to second season. But it you can see the polish, and I don't know if I'm just more used to the character designs or anything, but I'm nowhere near as I don't even remember how big of a deal I had made it before, but overall, I was happy with it. Like I said, we're coming to some of my favorite fights just in the series overall. So I'm really going to be looking at the animation like with a fine tooth comb. Like you need to do my manga fights justice. And I really like how they already did this first one. To Jamie's point, I guess it really did take about 2 3/4 episodes for us to get some Kaiju number 8 action. But I think it sort of showcased how powerful the first division was. And then you see also how long it gives you that setup of what is still the power gap between them and Kaiju number 8, where it's like you saw how long it took them, essentially almost 3 episodes, and then Kaiju number 8, he comes in and he takes out the first one, realizes, oh, I don't have the right core. Boom, I'm gonna take out the actual right core. And so it's like it is that.
Yeah, I'm definitely I do agree that it shows how Kafka really cares about like his team and the people around him. I don't think that was communicated in the first couple of episodes, because like, oh, I felt like he was having that what's it called? I don't want to curse. I'm trying to think of the right term. Like performance anxiety thing, where it's like, oh, I need to do
Oh,
something,
the
but I
yips.
can't do it.
That's probably the most politically correct way to put it.
I've never heard that.
Oh, they say it a lot for baseball players.
Okay, I'm gonna have to start using that now. Yeah, it had the yips, and I was like, come on, man. Like, episode of the yips. Okay, 2 episodes. Like, come on, man. Yip this out. Get it out of there. Get it out of the way.
I think the first 2 episodes, I think he didn't realize that it was like mental though. Like, I feel like, obviously everybody else assumed that it was Kaiju number 9, and I think he kind of.
So I feel like, at least, I don't know, maybe they did say that in the second episode, but I feel like it wasn't until this most recent episode where they're like, oh, maybe it's Kaiju number 9. It's like controlling Kafka in some kind of way.
They definitely didn't say it until this 3rd episode when Shinomiya brought it up, but I feel like that was sort of their working assumption, because it's like,
I didn't think that was right. I thought it was the yips.
I feel like, yeah, of course, for the viewer, but I'm thinking the way that they looked at it, because nobody was freaking out. They were like, all right, we need to make sure we take this thing out then. So it's like, that's why I was like, okay, clearly they don't think that it's him.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I'm curious what episode 4 will be like now that we've seen that, Kafka does get the yips and he's not able to like perform all the, well, at least now he gets the yips and he's not able to perform all the time. So I wonder if that's going to help him or hurt him as far as his evaluation of like, do we need to kill this guy?
Isaac, what are your thoughts? Oh, go ahead. Were you about to say something?
I was just going to ask you a quick question. What about you, Jamie, in regards to how the cartel looks and all? Do you have any feel about the updates and all?
Oh, can you say that again?
Do you have any thoughts about how they evolve? If the anime looks better or not?
I haven't really noticed a change or anything like that. I think everything looks pretty similar to the way it did before. I think like these first couple episodes of Fighting Number 9, we're probably getting a little bit more like special effects and like those kinds of things than earlier on than maybe in season 1. But for character design, I haven't noticed any kind of change or anything like that. I do think that the animation itself has gotten, it's much more impactful, I guess, kind of like action oriented, a lot of like vibrating lines and, oh my gosh, y'all know I don't be remembering people's names, but the blonde girl with the axe, like the way that she's like zipping around and stuff, I'm like, oh, like that looks pretty neat. So I do see like the flourishes that they put there, but character design, I'll have to take another look and see if there's anything noticeably different.
I don't feel like they changed any actual design. Like I said, it just looks more polished.
Yeah. When it comes to my first expression, is it just comes across as well. They showed off the reason as to why I really enjoyed the manga, and I don't know if I mentioned that in our manga review, but I enjoy Kaiju to the point that I am actually collecting that one. I can't recall how many volumes I am in, but I do have it. I can check that in a second. And the volumes is in my office, but And also, it's rather funny that we look. That it feels. I was thinking that it feels like we have a studio that knows how to handle monster fight, so to speak. And I was just going to my animal list and did a quick check, and they apparently have worked on a lot of the end of Evangelion movies, which is just that makes so much sense. On top of the production studio for this anime's production, IG, which makes it even more sense, if you ask me.
Yeah. I don't know if they worked on the opening or the intro, the anime intro,
Yeah.
but again, another like interesting stylistic choice, going for a somewhat realistic kind of thing, because they did
like
that
the
in season
song.
1 as well. You know,
Kaiju ain't never had. I didn't like first season's opener. It felt like I was listening to Cole's department store music.
oh yeah, that's right.
So it's
I
like
didn't mind it.
it definitely felt par for the course.
This one, like, I don't know. I feel like last season's opener kind of grew on me the more I listened to it. Not necessarily the visuals. Like the visuals was like, I respect the artistry, but I don't think it's for me necessarily. And I'm kind of same thing so far.
I felt like
with the
weren't the
second
visuals fairly similar to
Yeah,
this last year? Okay, or not last season.
yeah, they were.
Oh, nice.
1, 2, 3, baby. I see it.
And 4.
And 4, I missed that one. Yeah.
No, I'm with you though. The opener's not.
I'm curious why, like, does it give kaiju to do hyper realistic? Like, I don't know.
feel like they're trying to show like the I don't know, the monster of it all, I guess. I really don't know what you would call this.
Wait, no. Now that I'm thinking about it, no, maybe the outro for season 1 was like cozy. I feel like the intro is the one with "Someone please save my life," like that. You thought that was cozy?
Yeah.
That's for sure. They will play that at Kohl's.
You think someone's trying to save your life at Kohl's?
It's for sure. It would for sure be on at Kohl's.
What? No way.
That's that rock music that used to play for sure at Kohl's.
No,
because they would play. I worked at Kohl's corporate, and they would play the same playlist there.
Oh, the North Carolina Kohl's is different because we ain't got that much edge on our Kohl's. Oh, like that's too much.
That's too. I feel like it would be low enough for like you don't hear the lyrics fully, and especially like the way that the song goes. It's cozy.
I think it's interesting that the second season also have a Western band doing.
Yeah. Yes. When I was watching the episode earlier today, and like they were getting into the fight, and they're kind of like, I can't remember how it went, but it definitely gave like what is it? Western, like country kind of, and I was like, what are we doing? Like, I'm not mad, but I'm like, why do you want me to listen to this with my cowboy hat on? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what the idea was behind that.
Because if I'm not mistaken, the intro for this season is made by a Norwegian group, and last season's ending is made by One Direction, which is
I ain't gonna hold you. I thought the ending was too. I thought it was it One Direction. I thought it was
I feel like the One Direction one got to be the
One Republic. Sorry,
One Republic. Okay, that makes so much more sense.
Got to be the one.
I also did just go back and listen to the ending. That one sounds more like Cole's for sure.
You think the intro? You think it still sounds?
No, I'm saying this. I went back and listened to the ending. It sounds more like, but I still the intro for sure they would still play.
I don't know. We got to discuss this afterwards because I'm really I'm like, what colds have you been going to? This is crazy.
This is where Cole started. Where are their souls?
Wow. The soul just like did not come to North Carolina then. We just don't. That's not that hardcore there. Like that's crazy, but
Yeah.
Maybe people was having to cry for help the closer to corporate they got.
maybe I don't know. That could be it. But yeah, the music selection for this season, for season 2, is very interesting, and it's usually not something that I like pick up on when I watch anime. Like it's like, you know, I definitely hear the music, but I feel like it's more like completing the atmosphere than like, oh, a cool song. I feel like I start to notice the music when it's like, oh, I've heard this theme again and again. Like I'm starting to recognize it a bit.
The second season ending is also by One Republic.
I could see that.
I was gonna say that's all. Like when Isaac was
Interesting.
saying that it was by a different group, I was like, I'm not gonna hold you. I thought it was One Republic again, so I'm very glad to know it is.
Yeah, it was definitely much. It was a soft. It was.
I know that the opening is by the Aura, which is a Norwegian group, which is just. I mean, I have nothing against that. I was wondering why that connection. It's sort of like with the Solo Leveling, they had the Korean K-pop stars for the openings, and that makes sense since it's based on a manhwa and all that, yes, and not just manga. So that's a connection in that regard.
Maybe whoever produces the show loves him some I was going to say One Direction, some One Republic.
I don't know. Maybe they're like.
Are they big in Japan?
I almost feel like they're like global, like they want like global sounds, I guess, like not just like J-pop or like Japan or bands that are big in Japan, or like maybe they're just trying to go for like something all encompassing, but I don't know. I don't understand. Not saying I hate it, dislike it, anything like that. I'm just confused.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is probably the first time I feel like we have a solid discussion about the intro and the music for an anime. Honestly, but
yeah, I mean, I feel like Kaiju definitely they are doing things way differently than I feel like a lot of other anime are. Not to say that like other animes don't have like 3D intros or anything like that, but just the stylistic choices is much different than I think
it's
other anime
interesting.
Yeah.
And then we also have the fact that it streams on X, which is even some more random choices. But
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
I didn't even know you could, like, what do you mean it streams on X? Like they streamed it, or like you can watch shows on X? Because
it streams on it when it releases.
Oh,
like the Kaiju number 8, like
episodes,
account?
yes.
But I'm saying
I don't know what account, but I know that they're
it might,
right?
be them. I feel like that's crazy to ask for people to pay for a subscription only for you to stream it on X.
Like, wait, I gotta look this up. What do you mean by it streams on X?
Unless it was like the first episode. Sometimes anime do that, but yeah, I'm like, that's just to me. That's wild.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's extremely questionable on how they handle it, but
that is. I mean, it'll get more eyes for sure. It's an event every episode.
I think so.
That's very intriguing, because then it's like, because usually, you know, people that react to anime, usually they gotta like do all kinds of crazy stuff on the screen to make it so you don't get flagged. But if they're just streaming their stuff on X, then it's like, why can't I watch it?
So it's a live stream from the Kaiju number 8 Kaiju number 8 account, and it says every Saturday live on X at 7 a.m. Pacific time. So,
that is intriguing.
I'm assuming they just delete the tweet with it, I guess. I have no idea. This is very interesting to me.
Yeah. Maybe they are trying to do a big global push or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
I've never heard of that.
It's the only anime that I know that is.
Yeah. I've never heard of that.
I don't know. I gotta read an article about this. Like, what is it?
Why is nobody talking about this? Isaac, you gotta make a write-up. You discovered this.
Oh yeah, it says. I guess this announcement was made at Jump Festa last year, and it said it was revealed that Kaiju number 8 was streamed for free on the social media platform, In addition, the following statement reads, real-time worldwide distribution has also been decided on X.
Maybe
I don't
that's
know.
why they're playing country. They're trying to get everybody in.
I guess.
Like,
Yeah.
listen, this isn't just nerd stuff. We have country too.
Maybe that's why they have the Western bands on the openings. Yes, what are fitting in with the X scenario.
Interesting.
Maybe. I mean, I feel like it's definitely gonna give them a bigger audience because it's just like, no paywall.
Yeah,
Even
the big
though-
part is that it's free. Like,
yeah,
you ain't gotta have
Crunchyroll.
X Premium.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, for a second I was like, what is that? But you meant like Twitter, like, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say Twitter Blue, but I guess it's not Twitter Blue anymore.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Going back to the anime now, what is the 3 standouts of this season so far for you? Maybe letting it go for this, starting with Jamie this time.
3 standouts. Definitely only got 1/4 of Kaiju than I would have liked. So more Kaiju, please. Which I think we're gonna get. We just had to like build anticipation a little bit. Other standouts. I'm glad that we got to have a fight with number 9 early on because the first season we established like number 9 is different, he's intelligent, he can speak, all this kind of stuff. But I don't know, their intelligence. But we didn't get to dive into that, which is understandable because this is a long running story. So I'm glad we get to see more of that early on. And the fact that the group is split up, which I know is not like a revelation to anybody because just a part of the story, but it's so far weird to me. It's felt weird. Like I've really come to like, and it's gonna sound crazy, kind of like these people don't know their names, but Kafka's buddy that he worked with, they both got into the academy together. Like I kind of miss seeing him, and it seems like he's like continuing to get stronger and stronger as time goes on. So I'm curious to see his progress, and I can imagine them doing like a back and forth between Kafka's team and like everybody else, like where we're split up, go to their teams as well. I'm curious to see when they come back together, but yeah, I think those are my big 3 standouts.
On my end, I guess I think Jamie's right. Just the fight with number 9. Like seeing number 9, how they're evolving and actually learning as they go. That's a very big part of the manga. So like to sort of see how it's going to translate to animation, that's going to be fun. I already talked about earlier how we're coming around to like where some of my favorite fights in the series are. So that's going to be just great. Like that's just a standout, knowing just the era that we're in. And then third, I'm curious. I guess how Kafka continues to evolve. If you watch this episode, you can assume to think that maybe he got over that mental block, but where does that go from here? And I want to see how they do it.
Yeah, he was doing crazy stuff this episode towards the end.
That was that ended quick. Oh no, I take the third one back. That is very true, but I want to see how they handle cliffhangers because the manga is terrible with cliffhangers. And at one point this episode, I thought they was about to go manga style with the cliffhanger, and I was gonna be very upset. So
I'm mentally prepared for a cliffhanger a couple times. I think
when right after he transformed and him and Shinomiya were like back to back, I was like, oh, this is the spot where the manga would have stopped.
Yeah.
Like that would have been the last chat. That would have been the last panel. and then it would have been, oh, actually, we're going on break. We'll see you next month.
Damn.
And so it's that I was kind of prepared just from like the PTSD of it all, but I'm glad we didn't get as bad of a spoiler, or like not a spoiler, but a cliffhanger as if these people who were handling the manga would have gave us.
I mean, this anime has the risk of giving us worse cliffhangers than Solo Leveling Season 2. If we go back to that example, we all know how that was.
The manga was definitely worse than how Season 2 for Solo Leveling was. Like, it would wait till like where you need to see the ending of this and be like, all right, bye. Hope you enjoyed that.
I agree completely with you.
What about your top 3?
Well, first of all, it's the introduction of Gem Narumi, and you see him just questioning, how is he so... I don't know if I would call it respected as he was, or sort of like that. You're seeing his room being the mess as he is, and just playing the game, and just 1 second, and then all of a sudden, oh, that's why. Just some fun going through the trope and all, and also, for the record, you talked about the blonde girl. You were thinking of Kikoro Shinomiya.
Yeah, Shinomiya. In my head, I was like, the Shinomiya was a name that was in there, but I could not attribute it to who that person was. Couldn't figure that one out.
And the second of all is, well, as you guys said, Kafka and his Kajiu scenario, and well, I can. It's not a bit of a standout, but I did, and it's, how should I put it? But the whole I don't know how to put this, but also, but yeah, well, since I don't know how to put this.
Wait, explain it. Maybe we can help you put it out.
No.
All right, I try.
And it's also how they develop Kaiju number 9. Sorry.
Yeah. Kaiju number 9 stuff is interesting.
It's I said that in the manga review, but he is the perfect foil in this story. He's not overly complex, but he's also enough complex for this story as a whole, if that makes any sense.
I like how you can tell how cocky and confident he is, but he's not like overbearing about it. Like, you know, when he said he saw Narumi's attacks and like it still hit, he's like, hey, but like the genuine confusion, and then like the joy, like knowing that he was correct about Kaiju number 8, but then when he starts overpowering him again, he's like, but wait, no, this didn't go to what I thought it was supposed to go. And so it's like it's an interesting way for a villain to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Being rather self-aware, so to speak, which is not that many villains in these
right
things.
Yeah.
But how should I put it? This. Do we know how many episodes the second season is going to be?
I would assume 12. Like that's what the first one was.
Wasn't that one 11?
I thought it was 12. Let me go check real quick.
Let me see.
Wikipedia has 12. I guess I could have just went to Crunchyroll too, but Wikipedia has 12 for the first season, and then I'm looking right now if it says 11 for the second season.
Oh.
I wonder if it was 12 and one was that. Yeah.
Or maybe they just don't count the filler episode in as the season episode, and it's technically 12, but one of them is not canon.
Mm-hmm.
so to speak.
I kind of feel like, yeah, like the filler bonus episode started with a season 1 recap, and that's what made me think it was like, oh, like this is a like maybe a recap episode, or I don't know. But then I actually started getting into stuff, and I'm like, oh, what is this episode? So maybe
Yeah.
it is supposed to be a
Yeah,
part of it.
and
Yeah.
that episode was weird. The fact that they released it like, what was it, 2 weeks before, which is
That's why I
just
thought it was not. I thought it was something else. Because there
uh,
have been like there's been like something kaiju coming out before season 2.
there was that recap movie that
Yeah.
studios like to do these days.
Extra money, of course. Even
Yeah,
Anime News Network
exactly.
has it as 11, so I feel safe to say it's 11.
Well,
Yeah, but and I what was I gonna say now? Had now I lost train of thought here. But is there anything you guys hope to see in this upcoming season, and what they are developing and all? I mean, yes, you and I read the manga, but that doesn't mean we know how far they are going with the story. So maybe you can try and approach it in a non-spoiler way.
Yeah.
I think for me, I would like to see the gang get back together again by at least by the end of the season. That would be cool. Outside of that, more. I don't know if we're gonna have another Kaiju number 9 fight so soon. We'll probably save it towards the end of the season. At least if season 1 is anything to go by. But more fights with Kaiju number 9, I think, would be cool. And what else would I be hoping for? No, I honestly thought that getting to know like Shinomiya with the flashback was pretty cool, and they could definitely do that with a lot of other characters. So I would love to learn more about the people in the I almost said in the fire force, in the defense force.
What about you, Didge?
So I was looking up. So it looks like the first season they got to about chapter 38, 39 ish. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there was one thing I thought could have really been a cliffhanger to the season, but you might have to move some stuff around. I think that's the thing. I kind of want to see how they're going to adapt, like how they're going to adapt it. Like there are things I felt like could probably be moved, like not necessarily rearranged completely, like where it changed the story, but like there are parts where you could be a little bit more cohesive with it. And so I'm it's tough to like without trying to go into spoilers to be like, but
know.
there is one thing that I feel like would be for sure a good season finale, and it does give you that, okay, this ended, but I definitely got to see what's coming next.
I think I know where that part is, but you can DM me later on. So
Okay.
yeah, but I'm I'm sort of there is one part of the manga that I would like to see, and the one in particular that I do feel like it's a perfect way to end it, the season that is. But my biggest fear is that they are going to go 10 times worse than Solo Leveling again, season 2, and I don't want that type of cliffhangers each week, so to speak.
I don't remember season 1 being bad with cliffhangers, so hopefully they just keep in stride.
Yeah, that's what you would hope.
Yeah.
But then again, they need to hook you in for the next episode. So
I mean, like I was saying with Solo Leveling season 1, I'm like, I don't want to drag the season because I liked it. I was just that was the one thing. that was frustrating me. It depends on what the cliffhanger is, because as we've seen with like The Last of Us, like some cliffhangers will make people walk away. Some endings will make people not want to watch the show anymore. And I don't feel like me personally, I don't feel like I've come across that while watching anime. I feel like they're usually pretty good with like leaving it where it's like the start of a battle or like the start of like some kind of altercation where you want to come back and see what the conclusion is. So yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, that makes sense. But that being said, do we have anything else to go through before, or are we just going to move in circles, so to speak?
I don't think I have anything else.
No, I've been enjoying the season. I'm gonna be on the lookout for more the character design stuff and the freaking the soundtrack. I'm like, I don't know. That is definitely puzzling to me. Some of the choices that and the live streaming thing. I do want to look into that and see like if there's any. This is why we want to live stream our show, but yeah.
So, with that said, then, Dage, where can people find you?
You can find me at DIDGEDEE in all places. That is DIGD in all places. That includes Twitch, where tomorrow, well, actually, no, this will not be going up today. So on Sundays, I'll be streaming with the homie Bacardi from Geek Set Podcast at 7 Central, playing Gears of War 4, and then eventually down the line 5.
Nice. Jamie, what about you?
Y'all can find me in the comments of this video. I'll be on the lookout for some theories. Were y'all also upset about Kafka's yips? Let me know. Other places though, you guys can find me on Twitch and YouTube at Swiper_Prime. And I don't know when this releases, but hopefully I'll be close to releasing my gaming yap video about Expedition 33. I think I'm close to being done with the script, so at least have it in production by the time this comes out. That's the goal.
I'm gonna try and get this out later today / tomorrow if I'm being completely on.
Well, it won't happen that fast, but be on the lookout.
I mean, I was gonna release this one later today / tomorrow, depending on what you look at the time zones.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. And well, you can find me here at the Amateur Otaku Pod, and you can find me over at the Swedish Emblem on YouTube and Twitch, where we usually have live streams for this, and also going through games and all that. Yes, we just finished the Donkey Kong Bonanza, and next time I'm going through some Mario Party before I'm starting a new big event, which will take a while. But that being said, having also an everyone, please.